Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
Hopefully, that's gone out. We're waiting for it to appear on the laptop here.
A little monitor down here.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, it just started then. So, hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
Joining you for another live chat. Who's with us this evening? Got Michael Askew. Good evening, Michael. Good evening, Kat. Hello, the rebalancer. Magenta Madeline. Hello. Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Oi, oi. H. Hi, sweetie. HX. Hi, Deborah.
Amazing. Fabulous as always. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday evening.
We even had showers for you because we stank.
Oh. Still a bit of that 2019 clinging to us, I think. Clinging to our skin.
Hello, Mocha, 74 Griffo, Lee, Nikki, and Tom.
Thanks for joining us.
Very much.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rare one, a Sunday evening live for us, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we've been kind of really busily vlogging, haven't we, the last few days?
Yes.
Well, since kind of January started. Already done one live sometime last week. Was it Friday night last week? Or
I think Friday or Saturday last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
But it's always good to get one in with you guys and just, have a chat, take any questions from any newbies who might have any. I've put on the phone my Wi-Fi and the 4G on, so hopefully if the Wi-Fi goes down, the 4G will kind of pick up.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Where it leaves off.
Deborah, yes, we've both been on the bike. It's actually pretty awesome considering it was given to us. It's quite modern. It's got a nice little digital display on it. Yeah, it's really good.
Deborah, yes, been on the bike, except for this weekend because we've been vlogging and just chilling. We like to spend our time together at weekends because it's the only real time we get. But yeah. And I should be on it every weekday and every week evening because we've kept it down here in the kitchen for ease of use.
Yes.
Because otherwise, out of sight, out of mind.
That's exactly what we said the other day. And if it goes upstairs, there's a possibility it may possibly turn into some kind of drag.
There's more
cupboard.
people. Hello, hello, Angie. Hello, Jacob Smith. Any single guys for Jacob? Hi, I think it's for you. Hi, Keith. Hi, Lelfar. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Skylar. Hi, Bev. And hi, Martin. I think we've said hello to everybody.
And hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Now, don't forget to like the video, guys, please, because when you're live on YouTube, it does go off how many likes you have, whether they kind of show it to other people in the feed. And it would be, I've put Veganuary and Veganuary 2020 as two of the hashtags. So it might come up for anyone who's got a burning question or needs some advice or just needs some moral support for this month.
Definitely.
So if you could like it, that would be absolutely awesome.
Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Fabulous.
Oh yeah, hi Charlotte. Hi Roxanne. Hi Michelle.
Skylar, I may be old-fashioned, but how do you like it while you're live?
How do you like it?
How do you like the video?
Whilst
you're live.
Sorry, I get your drift now. So you close the chat window and then the normal video will be there for you to like and then reopen the live chat. I think.
So yeah, how's everyone's weekend been? We've got quite a lot to update you on this evening. Lots of stuff to talk about. But first and foremost, the title of the video tonight, as Paul titled it.
Yes, we went over 3,000 subs. Whee! So thank you everybody who subbed to us, well, right from the word go. I don't know if any of you went to the community tab and clicked on the little kind of informative video that TUBEBUDDY a brilliant app if you're a YouTuber that TubeBuddy provided, kind of showing our 2019 progress. We started 2019 with 315 subscribers, and we're here in January 2020 with over 3,000. And that's amazing.
And it's also in large, well, it's partly to do with Paul's amazing back engine stuff that he does, because he does like 95% of it, as I always say.
Well done, Jason, for the Ninja Tesco cameras.
Thank you. It was actually made for a really fun edit in the end, to be fair. So yeah, it's partly down to Paul's awesome stuff that he does in the background, but it's also in large thanks to all you people, all you amazing people who have liked, subscribed, shared our down-to-earth veganism.
Just took an interest in us, because we were talking about this earlier tonight, and I said to Jason, and let me know if you agree or not, I said, the channel really is about us. It's about Paul and Jason, and occasionally our friends like Stuart. It just so happens that we are about veganism, LGBTQ, music, drama, acting, drag, food, you know, the whole kind of, but really the channel is, it's us sharing our lives and all those bits of it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. We've kind of got our core areas that we focus on, but that's kind of us. That's what we're about. That's what we do. And it's nice that so many people have taken interest in it. And, you know, one of the things that we've been noticing, particularly during Veganuary, is how easy it is for us vegans to actually put people off veganism. And actually it can be really overwhelming. And I think sometimes lots of us forget that. And that's why our sort of supermarket hauls and things like that are really designed for just to make life easier for people. Which is so important at this time of year, especially.
Danny was just asking. Danny gave us a couple of bottles of wine. I'm sure he's dying for us to tell you. After we'd been out for the meal at Ye Old Black Lad, he was asking, "How did you like the Indian wine, Jay?"
Oh yeah.
Is that the one we didn't like?
The Indian wine was like more of a dessert wine. It was very sweet, which doesn't particularly suit either of our palates. So we had a little bit of it.
Great for cooking, though.
The rest of it's in the cupboard. The other one that you gave us, Danny, was really nice and definitely more up our street. More of a sort of, well, just less sweeter, basically. So cheers, bud. Thanks for that.
Is Bev leaving already?
I don't know.
Are we missing stuff? Really sorry, I have to go. Bye, Bev.
Bye, Bev.
And when
Take
you
care.
see this, when you watch it on playback after, hi, Bev.
74 Griffo just mentioned about the Fortnite and the edit and everything. It was great fun to edit, and I'm sure that the ladies had tremendous fun doing it as well. So those that have seen it, brilliant. Hope you enjoyed it, and those who haven't, go to our playlist for the Vegan Queens and check out the first episode of Frock the Fortnite, because it's awesome. Just trying to keep up with
yeah, and we've got if you haven't been keeping up with the content, there's a lot over the last week or so, hell of a lot, and so it might be worth you checking out. There is my very frank vlog on sex work. There's a Tesco shop. There's a From the Fortnite episode.
It wasn't that long ago we had our epic Greg's vegan steak bake debacle.
It was fun.
That was a fun little two-parter as well. Nikki says, my partner Carl really likes your channel too. He says you're a breath of fresh air to the movement. Thank you, Nikki. That's lovely to hear. Keith says, as an American, I did miss a bit with the translation, but I've gotten much better.
Roxanne, do you cook with wine? Yes, love to. When I do pasta sauce, the pasta sauce that we do regularly is in our recipes playlist. Love to chuck a bit of wine in there. Absolutely. What else do I use wine for? Occasionally I put a splash in a curry, or in just like a sauce or a gravy. Oh yeah, when I do an onion gravy, and I do a really thick onion gravy because I'll chop like 2 really big onions, a red and a white, and sweat them right down, and then I'll use red wine in the gravy. Oh, thank you, H.
Thank you so much. Keep my spirits up, especially if I'm away from home. Bless. That's so nice.
Thank you so much, love.
Really nice to read that as well. Because we like to do that. We like to raise people's spirits.
It's a give and take, this channel. I've said this for so long now. It's very much give and take. It's been a huge thing for me throughout 2019. It's this being able to just do vlogs and share and get stuff off my chest and just been real.
Yeah,
has been incredible.
I just want to I've got my phone here as well, so I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. But then if we miss some of the stuff, I can quickly scroll back.
I see.
So I wanted to just pick up on the fact that where's it gone now? Oh, silly me. Chelsea was talking about the new RuPaul's on Netflix tonight. We watched the trailer for it last night. We're kind of 50-50 on it.
Yeah, Deb was asking there as well. Will we be watching AJ and the Queen? We will at some point.
Yeah, no mega rush.
I mean, we're massively behind with TV watching. We still haven't watched Veganville that Danny's in. Couldn't be Vegan Grandad.
Yeah, we've got to get on that at some point.
We haven't watched the Bosch episode that was on this morning. What was it
on
called?
ITV.
Living on the Veg. We've not watched that. And AJ and the Queen, of course, is there looming now.
Busy lads. We're busy lads, as most, if not all of you know.
Yeah. We watch more YouTube than anything.
Yeah, we do. We do watch a lot of YouTube, don't we?
We are actually YouTubers who are really into YouTube.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Mocker said further up, I attended the singing class for the first time. It was much fun. The teacher was really funny. So that's nice. I'm glad that worked out for you. Definitely.
Love a bit of singing. Hi, T-Bell. Hi, Hedge.
Thank you for joining us, as always.
Hi, Chelsea. Haven't said hi to Chelsea yet. And there she is.
Oh, Keith. Love you guys and want to help out a bit.
Hugs and kisses.
Thank you.
Keith, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my love. That means the world. Thank you.
Bless you. Bless you.
And I'm so glad you found us. And I'm glad you've managed to translate us now.
Yeah.
Because I know it's never easy. Never easy with Northern Queens.
Yeah, it's Comey, it's pretty much in everything. We've got to just do the best we can, haven't we, really, when it comes to that.
Comey, this is the third time you've said this now. You've said it on one of our videos and twice in this chat, so it's obviously a major issue for you. I would say try not to say it so much, particularly in Veganuary, on videos about Veganuary, because you'll put people off trying being vegan. I've had this a couple of times on Facebook as well. I've had arguments with people over the last couple of days. Somebody saying you shouldn't shop at Tesco's. The way they treat chickens is horrible because there's controversy about one of their suppliers. Well, the more we buy vegan food, the less chickens will be hurt. Because I don't care if the chicken is massaged every day. If it gets slaughtered, that's what we're trying to stop.
Yeah.
And I'm not bothered about plastic at this point either, because when people are new and they're trying Veganuary and people are scaring them, too much sugar, too much plastic, don't shop here, avoid palm oil, they'll just give up. And we don't want them to give up.
It's very true.
We need them to think about being vegan. So you have to think about the bigger picture and not focus on this thing that's really bothering you. I know that people get bothered by these things, that they feel they have to express them. You've got to remember what effect that might have on new people. I'm glad I managed to get all that out because I was going to raise that anyway.
It was on our discussion topics.
Yes, it was in our discussion topics, because I've had a real time on Facebook, and I've also had a real time with people taking my Darren and Karen meme literally.
Yeah.
And trying to break it apart, and I'm like, it's an imagined conversation between two fictional characters dealing with a question vegans get asked all the time.
On a brighter note,
excuse my passion there. I'm just let's be supportive of people while they're trying vegan in January, and let's not scare them with loads of stuff. They'll get there themselves if they want to. They'll get there. Just let them try vegan for now. Vegan isn't harming animals.
One step at a time, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned about your meme. Let's talk about the awesomeness associated with your meme, because it's gone off, hasn't it, big time, and it was on our things to talk about this evening. So let's talk about that. Paul, I came home from work the other night, and I'd seen what he wrote, which was awesome. I think I saw it on Facebook.
Can I just say, by the way, that was inspired by Lindsay's, who joins us on here sometime. Lindsay's Vegan Life, I think she is on YouTube.
Yes.
It was inspired, I won't tell you any more than that. She inspired this meme because she told me about some stuff, and it got it all in my head about why do vegans get asked, why do you eat meat supplements? Why do you, well, it's not a sausage, all that kind of thing. And I needed to deal, and that just came into my head. And I thought, let's make Karen nice for once. And there you go. But yeah, it's almost 5,000 upvotes on Reddit. Well over 1,000 likes on Insta.
Mm-hmm.
Over 500 shares on Facebook from our page. Over 100 shares from my personal page. So many retweets.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been really awesome. And it's nice when you can do something like that just kind of captures a moment and helps people to, gives them, they're not going to quote the meme when they're having a discussion with somebody. Do you know what I mean? But it gives them somewhere to come from.
Yeah. Kind
of thing. And so I love that. I also reshared my 2016 dog milk piece today on Facebook. So if you haven't seen that, do pop over to our Facebook page after the chat and have a look. It's very interesting. Yes. Are you keeping up with all the...
I'm trying to. It's thick and fast this evening. I've missed... Bobby's taken care of, or one of our mods has taken care of somebody who put something that I didn't even see. So thank you for that. Bobby says, sorry for missing my Troll Patrol. My friend is still here and we're dissecting Messiah on Netflix. I just showed him. Fabulous. Well, thank you, Bobby, for your help.
Oh, is it good, Bobby, by the way? We've been thinking about watching that one, haven't we?
Yeah.
Thinking about
I'll tell you what I said to Paul last night, or I'll paraphrase because I can't remember exactly. I said, I'm 50% interested from watching the trailer because it looks quite spiritual and something quite different, and I really like the actor with the long hair that presumably is kind of playing like the second coming or Jeebus. But what I wasn't so keen on was kind of like the NCIS vibe of kind of like the government chasing Jesus and then him disappearing from prison cells. Well, they would, yeah, I suppose that's fair.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in today.
Yeah.
They would. Yeah, we might have a look at it at some point, but we need to...
No, I'm not. I'm just, scrolling down.
All right.
Yeah, might as well just... As we always say, by the way, because it is thick and fast, and we love the fact that you're all watching and taking part and chatting. If we miss anything in the comments, we won't be offended if you type it again. Even in capitals, if you really want to get an answer from us, because sometimes we do miss stuff as we're scrolling thick and fast. But yes.
Hey, Hench, good to see you, dude. Oh, I've just commented on your video. As soon as this is over, guys, go over to Hench Herbivore's channel. Not only because it's gorgeous, but he is. So's Gemma, though. Such a hot couple. What a hard way to live. And watch the video that he's done tonight. One of your best ones yet, Mr. Hench Herbivore. Always fact-filled, always funny, sometimes ferocious when needed. Love them.
Yeah, amazing. And just like, you're so bloody good doing the response videos, you know, against your green screen or your garage wall, whichever it may be. But I love it, absolutely love it. Consistently brilliant every time.
Skylar Brown, what milk do you guys prefer drink? We personally drink Cocoa, K-O-K-O, and have done almost throughout. We've had others when they've been on offer. We've had hazelnut occasionally.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we've tried every milk, and we've always gone back to and stuck with Cocoa. To us, it tastes the most like how we would call semi-skimmed milk.
Yes.
Never curdles into your coffee. Doesn't have a coconut aftertaste. If it does, we're blind to it now. And it goes great on cereal, and it's great in cooking as well.
It's just a good all-rounder, isn't
Yeah,
it, really?
it's about
Just before it scrolls up and disappears.
Your lemons for the morning.
Before you answer that, I'm going to say, because I'll
Hi,
forget.
London Vegans.
Hi, London Vegans. Hi, Twisted Hippie, and thank you for the compliment about the hair. I've washed my hair tonight, and it's gone all curly. I've not washed it for about 2 weeks. There you go.
Yeah, do you think I should do a video where we straighten Jason's hair?
Jason turns into Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead. Yes, how do you prepare your lemon? How do you prepare your lemons?
In the NutriBullet, which is here. Well, it's basically I top and tail, so you get unwaxed lemons. Give them a good wash on the outside. Top and tail, just a little bit off the top and the bottom. I cut in half and then into 3. We used to use 1 lemon for a small ice tray. Put it in the NutriBullet, cover with water, a good banging of turmeric, and a good grind of black pepper, and blitz until it's a liquid. Pour into your ice cube container in the freezer. Drop one in your teacup first thing in the morning.
It's brilliant.
So, what we end up with. Oh, might as well show.
Oh, you're gonna grab it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly answer Axton. Axton, no, I don't do drag. Never say never.
This is what we. So it's just an old tattered baggy ice cube tray.
It's so weird because the delay on the laptop is like a few seconds more of a delay than it is on my phone. Why is that? Why is there like different delays?
I don't know, Jason.
Technology, it's weird. So no, I don't do drag, but never say never, as they say. Sherry, thanks for joining us. Greetings, Earthlings.
Oh, Axton.
Axton, yeah.
I've
just answered it. Yeah.
I did him up in drag once, and he looked absolutely fabulous. I'm still up for this idea of doing hench herbivore and Simnet nutrition up in drag.
It'd be a bit long way to go to do Simnet, Derek up in drag.
No, we're going to Canada one day.
Well, yeah, true.
It's only lovely people over there. Oh, one more thing to say as well. Miss Moore's Vegan Kitchen. If any of you are subscribers to her channel, her dad, Charlie, is very poorly at the moment. So she's spending a lot of time at the hospital. If you could pop along to her channel, particularly the last couple of videos where she's been vlogging from the hospital, just kind of to keep everyone updated. And he's just asking for good thoughts and prayers, if prayers are your thing, for Charlie.
Yeah.
And I'm sure she's very worried, but would appreciate a visit and a kind word.
Yeah. Show Miss Mo some love, definitely. Jade, yes. Have you guys got a review of Vegan Camp Out? We have got a review of Vegan Camp Out. We bloody loved it. It was amazing. There's even tears at the end.
Don't watch it, Jade. I cry like a baby at the end because we were going home.
It's great.
I cried all the way home.
It was a fantastic festival, and there was so much. I actually commented on Vegan Camp Out 2020 on Facebook the other day and said, could you make it run for 6 months this year, please? That'd be amazing. Thank you very much. So yeah, it'll be in one of our playlists. Go and check it out.
Hounsworth, did you shake the bottle really well? You pretty much have to shake it before each use of cocoa milk, and just put a bit more in. That's what we do. If I fancy a milky coffee.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's it's worth it. I got 30 minutes of the party. Been watching Bird Box. Isn't it good? Love that film. And Raising Dion, we've seen the whole series of that. Loved it. I went off vegan cheese for a long while because some are too strong smelling and a weird taste. Got the Morrison's one last month and thought, wow, it's great. I'll have to try that one.
Oh, I've not tried the Morrison's
Yeah,
one
because
yet,
we will
no.
be doing a Morrison's vlog at some point in the future. And oh, the next Pearl.
The next Pearl. The next Pearl.
For the shopping vlogs that we do throughout January. Well, we do them all year round, but these ones in January are specifically for newbies, really. Although some of you find them helpful. Anyway, the Pearl is on our channel. So there are 5 more supermarkets listed. You could pop along and give it a vote later on. We'd appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Skylar was asking about best place to buy black salt, and Grumpy Vegan Grandad said Amazon. But obviously health food stores, I'm assuming Holland and Barrett sell it.
Asian shops.
Yes.
If you've got an Indian shop.
Indian cash and carry, even better.
Well, just a little Indian shop that sells groceries. Like, yeah, they'll have it. It's called Kala Namak.
Kala Namak.
Kalanak, 2 separate words, or sometimes it's put together as one, but it's Kala Namak. The creepy lip.
I'm laughing at the fact that my asthma's T-Bells referred to my asthma as the creepy lady. I think my asthma would like that.
Yeah, she would.
Bit of a Susie Sue vibes on Frock the Fortnight episodes. So yeah, did everybody enjoy Frock the Fortnight, those that have seen it?
Will do. We're going to try that Morrison's cheddar. T-Bell, do you remember the song Right Now by Susie? Right now, let me take you by the hand. Loved that song so much. Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Right, good.
Okay, Galaxy. Yeah. Hedge, have you tried it? Galaxy have brought their own out.
Hey, Grumpy Vegan Grandad, don't be like trying to get other guys put in drag. You're a guy.
Oh, jeez. Grumpy Vegan Grandad in drag.
I could make him look like a woman. Telling you now. Hey, if you're ever up for it, bud, come around, just your face. Just come round clean shaven, and I'll just do your face. And a wig, obviously. Get some boobs in. Make a vlog out of it.
Be like some out Night of the Living Dead.
Make you into glamorous vegan grandma.
Yeah, that'd be great. Keith loved Frock the Fortnight. So topical and well thought out. Nice one, Keith. And Deborah, of course. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it as much as I did, because it's a pretty tough one editing. I said to Paul the other day, like, I love doing our supermarket shopping videos because the edits are fairly straightforward, because it's only like usually a 5-10 minute video.
Yeah.
But when the girls get together, it usually ends up being a 40 to 1 hour video.
You know them dresses as well that they're both wearing? £1 each. £1 each. So that's 2 of our 4 dresses, John Ross.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, love.
Yeah. Didn't get any cards in the end, but
hey, you've got to go and look for them, haven't you? That's the thing. Guys, there are 66 people watching and only 36 likes. And if you don't know how to do it, if you shut the chat window, like the video, and then reopen the chat window, all the chat will still be there. And we would really appreciate the likes, because it helps the video to get seen more. So have we had any Veganuary specific
questions?
Really,
it's I like it as an awful lot of the time, which is wonderful to see. It's people chatting about new things they've tried, people kind of just, everyone's kind of interacting, compliments on Frock the Fortnight.
Yeah, Keith mentioning the stuff that was said to Vivian after the kind of fishy comments on the TV show. That's why we wanted to cover it in the show, and just to try and, because, you know, words don't affect us all the same. I was having a big discussion with Jane 6 on that video about the power of words. And as a young gay guy who was called faggot, bummer, gaylord, puff, queer constantly throughout my school years, I had to take the power of those words away. I had to. It was the only way that I managed to survive my school days, because it was constant. I was very feminine. I was, have you heard me? Because I'm butch now. But I was a very feminine kid.
I think when your thing is as well, just going back to what you were saying about kind of joking about the butch thing, I think when you're a kid,
Thank you, Martin.
if you are really effeminate, it's really difficult to hide that sometimes. Whereas at least when you're a bloke, when you're an adult, and particularly if you've trained as an actor, then you can kind of fake it a little bit if you feel like you need to. Not that you ever would these days now. But as a kid, yeah, it must have been massively difficult, you know.
Well, that's why I had to take the power of words away. And,
Yeah.
you know, just because it was, I used to have two guys that waited for me on, there's a road a couple of miles from where we live called Culpit Lane. And I used to walk there over there to go to school. And there were two guys that used to wait, well, one in particular, and his mate who was as scared of him as I was. Got my nose bloodied so many times. That was far worse than being called a faggot in the corridor.
Yeah.
Far worse.
We always kind of say the same thing is like, and it goes to the veganuary thing that we were talking about before. It goes to what Gemini and Miasma were talking about in terms of words and their power or not, as the case may be, and the intent. And also, there's always got to be some middle ground. There's so many extremes within the populace at the moment.
Yeah.
Political extremes within the vegan community, extremes within the LGBTQ community, the debacle around the additional colours being added to the flag and all the chaos that created. We need to, as a population, as human beings, sharing this planet with other amazing creatures, we need to constantly be looking for the middle ground. And, you know, just helping each other out and caring for each other.
Look for the helpers.
Yeah.
There will always be people helping.
On a side note, how did you find the Vivera steak, Sarah? You may have already answered that. I'm going to scroll down a little bit now and just catch up and make sure we're okay. Oh, Sarah, thank you.
And John Lennon's Dear Prudence.
Ooh.
Great song. What shop do you find have the best vegan range all year round? Do you know, honestly, now I would say, see, I can't speak for Asda and Morrison's because I don't Asda and Morrison's because I don't shop there enough. So I'd have to go and reevaluate, and they might be on an equal par now, but really, I think in this order, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Aldi.
Yeah, in our experience, yeah.
Because one thing I always go for as well is, can you get tofu? Can't get tofu at Aldi.
No.
You can get it at Tesco and Sainsbury's.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And it being such a vegan staple,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
I love my tofu scramble. Oh, love it.
Thanks, Bobby. Sherry, no, neither of us are massive Rush fans, to be fair. I've actually got a set of drumsticks upstairs from the band Rush. I think they used to have a signature on that a friend of mine gave me many years ago that I've used for kind of dabbling on the drums. But neither of us are massive fans of Rush, although I have heard some of the stuff in the past. Awesome band, what I have heard of them. But yeah, we've got massively eclectic music tastes. So maybe I will look at Rush a bit more.
Sarah, they had none in when we went. I looked specifically for it because it would be in the fridges, wouldn't it? And we checked that whole, well, in ours, whole back fridge wall where all the vegan stuff was, where all the hummus and everything is, and then there's the meat down at the other end. We went down the other end because they had some corn stuff like on special there. Couldn't find tofu, but not a lot of the supermarkets even have a good selection of tofu in necessarily, although Sainsbury's is getting better at that because they tend to have cauldron and the tofu one that's spelled TOFO.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's fair to mention at this stage, because quite a lot of people are talking about Morrison's, Asda, Aldi, and of course we are as well. I think the most obvious thing to point out from seeing discussions in all the groups is unfortunately, it is based on your geographical location. And some areas are really, really good. Some stores are really ahead of the game. And like our local Tesco in Failsworth, it took them a year to get the vegan Quorn ham in, and it took up, and they've still haven't got the Richmond sausages in.
Sharon's just asking there if we've tried the vegan egg. Yeah, we have, and yeah, it's okay. Personally, and I was a big egg eater as a vegetarian, like huge amount of eggs. But I love tofu scrambled now above any other egg alternative or replacement, or just love it.
We had a breakfast.
Made right, you can. It makes it beautiful.
We had a breakfast dinner a few nights back.
A few nights back.
So nice. The way he does the scrambled tofu, it's gorgeous. Proper nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it was tasty.
Oh, shout out to Lisa Dixon. She's a fan of yours. Hi, Lisa Dixon. Shouting out as requested. Thank you for being a fan. And thank you, everyone. I know I've already said it.
Thank you for being a fan.
But thank you to all the people who are watching this evening and helping us to kind of celebrate that milestone.
Of the channel and of me and my man. I had to block 3 people last week due to the anti-vegan crap they were spouting. Oh, it gets ridiculous. The trolls that I deal with on this channel, you don't get to see them because I'm good at dealing with them.
Yeah.
But we get a lot. But we don't just get anti-vegan trolls, we get homophobia as well. And just awful, cruel people. I feel, it's like I've said before, I feel bad. Hench said it on one of his recent videos, and it was really good. Somebody had left a post on one of his videos filled with vitriol, and he said, "You've obviously been hurt in the past. This is why you're acting like this with other people now. I'm sorry you were hurt. You didn't deserve that."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it kind of like gives you a different perspective. Still don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's like it's like Gemini said in the Frog the Fortnight about people. And Miasma said it as well. If you're asking questions and you're genuinely inquisitive and interested, then we've got all the time in the world. If you are just being nasty, you've got no interest in looking at the science that's overwhelmingly out there all over the place, and you're not willing to see it, then jog on.
Lisa, we have got a video on our tofu scramble. If you go to the channel, you'll see the little search icon at the top of the channel. Just type tofu scramble in there, click enter, and every video that references tofu scramble or where it's in the tags will come up. You'll see one by the Vegan Queens where they do a tofu scramble, a tofu egg mayonnaise for sandwiches, and a full English breakfast with tofu scramble in a puff pastry plat.
Oh.
But I think we have a video as well, just doing a plain.
I think we do.
Tofu scramble.
Yeah. That. Sorry. Can I just remember? Can I just take a moment to remember the breakfast in a puff pastry plat?
It was nice, wasn't it?
It was epic. It was epic. It's one of the best things ever.
I mean, it's not massively healthy.
Roxy's son has asked a really interesting question. What is the best way of dealing with others who say to you, "But don't you miss having me? I'm vegetarian trying to go vegan. I get asked this daily and I don't want to respond disrespectfully." So the first thing I'll say is we were vegetarian for 17 years before we went vegan. 20. So there is that to kind of take into consideration. It's easier now than it ever has been before, but yeah, it's so difficult not to get angry and frustrated.
Well, no, I don't think it is, because I think it's a valid question that all of us would have asked at one time on our journey. We would have asked somebody, "Don't you miss having meat?" And what you can say is, what I would say is, I don't, but only because vegetarian and vegan food is so great now, and so I can still have sausages and burgers, and I can make a cottage pie or a pasta sauce with a mincemeat. I can do all of these things, and I get the same taste and none of the cruelty or none of the planet destroying animal agriculture that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say all that, but there's your ammo right there.
Yeah, but I can appreciate as well that I think try to have a few stock bullet points sort of stored in your mind, because when people are attacking you, sometimes, and especially when you're on a journey to being vegan or you're already vegan, what that means is you're a very empathic human being. And often being empathic can also mean that you can be quite sensitive. So when you're feeling like you're being attacked by somebody for your choice not to kill and eat animals that don't want to die, I think sometimes it's really good to just have 3 or 4 things that you can just fire back that are like rebuttals that there's no answer to. So whenever I get...
Not in a nasty way.
No, not in a nasty way.
Yeah.
But whenever I get asked that, because I get asked about it quite a lot in work and with colleagues and things like that. And what I'll often say is that what that person is doing is putting the life of a sentient feeling animal below their taste buds. And I will always go back to that every single time. And they can throw a million different excuses at me, but I'll always come back to that. You're lowering the value of a living, feeling creature for your taste buds. Please do, yeah.
When you can get all of the taste without any of the cruelty, the question is, why aren't you? Not why am I? Why aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Jesse promoting Game Changers. Yeah, it's bloody epic. It's brilliant.
It's great.
It's brilliant. I loved Hench's video tonight that we watched. Reminded me of the start of Game Changers, and that they did reference the ancient gladiators and the barley men. And the people, and they've done the science, they've done the research, and it's like, oh, okay, so actually these muscle-bound warriors were vegan, pretty much, you know.
So Hench's video, by the way, the one that he's put out tonight that we keep references is Hench versus this meat-eating numbskull of a bodybuilder on Facebook who's put this long post thinking he knows stuff and trying to rip Game Changers. That's why it's worth going watching. Plus, of course, Hench with shiny shoulders.
Yeah, when people get really personal online, and this references Angie's comment and a few other comments that have been mentioned this evening, people get really, really personal and really start to attack you. Like Paul said before, it really does say an awful lot more about them than it does about you.
But it's also that it's a cognitive dissonance, which is the brain's ability to try to deal with 2 conflicting beliefs at the same time. I don't believe in animal cruelty. I have a right to eat meat. They don't. You can't put them together. And so it sends the brain into a spin, and people get all... So they're defending their ego. Our ego says we are above all animals. We have a right to them. We have a right to slit their throat and eat their flesh because we're humans. We can fly to the moon, damn it. Whereas the compassionate side in every human being says, if I could get the same flavor from plants and spices and herbs as I can from slitting an animal's throat and then using spices and herbs to flavor the flesh, why wouldn't I?
Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. Psychic Spooky Shazza, thanks for joining us, says, what's the best bread to buy? That's a difficult one to answer.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on what kind of bread you like, but there are so many vegan breads. We tend to buy Sainsbury's own brand, don't we?
Yeah.
The multigrain
and
the ancient grain one. You have to watch for things like honey and stuff, but Sainsbury's are really good at labelling. If their bread is suitable for vegans, it says clearly suitable for vegans. And if it's any of their fresh baked in store stuff, you can go up to the counter and ask them to look in the allergens book, and they'll tell you exactly what ingredients are in that particular loaf or muffins or whatever, so that you can make an informed decision on whether you want to eat it or not.
Yeah. Oh, Keith, thanks for joining us. He says, got to go shower and get dressed for a dinner party. Hugs and kisses.
Oh, have a lovely time, Keith, and thank you so much once again. See you soon. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's personal preference, isn't it? I mean, it's you've got to, and it's a little bit like what quite a few people have mentioned during Veganuary. Some of the YouTube videos we've seen is that if you are trying the vegan lifestyle, if you are trying going vegan, you've got to be prepared for allow your body time to adjust and adapt to that. You know, you can't just go absolutely nuts, no pun intended.
Oh, Limby says, have you tried Fry's quinoa and brown rice burger yet? No, but we have tried their brown rice and quinoa stir fry strips, and they were lovely. So I should imagine the burger will be like them, but in a burger shape. Love Fry's foods. One of our favourite Fry's items is the steak pie.
Yeah.
We said it was such a shame that Fry's didn't work with Greggs to give them their steak filling for the fries, for the Greggs steak bake, rather than just a corn mince in a tasty sauce, which is basically what it is. But the steak in the Fry's steak pies is lovely.
Yeah, yeah,
and
absolutely.
of course fully vegan.
Jackie says, do you think you'll ever come to the US? I would love to see what you guys think of the vegan food choices here compared to the UK. Personally, I think the UK has more, or so it seems.
Well, never say never.
Never say never.
You never know. I mean, we've got no plans to, particularly whilst the orange one is on the throne.
Yeah, we might want to leave it another year or so and see how the American politics unfolds, although it's pretty obvious we don't have it much better over here.
How much they love meat and can't live without it. I just look and say, good for you. Now, Lee, I had, in one of our previous live videos, I told a little story. It's a very short one. But just before Christmas, I was at the bus stop with my mum, and there were two other ladies about mum's age, 70s. Their mum said to one of the ladies that she was sat next to, I'm going to Paul's for Christmas Day, so I'll be having a fully vegan Christmas dinner. And this woman sat next to my mum, and this one stood up here, not in unison, but she went, oh, I like my meat. And this one said, oh, I like my meat and all. And I said, don't call it meat, guys. It's the flesh of a tortured animal that was forced into dying. And everything I eat is so full of flavour, you wouldn't know the difference. That's why I'm vegan. I've got to this point now where I'm not I'm not going to sugarcoat it for anybody. The simple facts are that the human body and our teeth are not designed for meat consumption. Yes, we've eaten meat, and that might even be part of the reason that we have evolved, but we did it on a need basis because we couldn't grow crops or harvest crops in severe winters when we were ploughing up the earth with the arse bone of a giraffe. That's from Shirley Valentine, that bit. But now we don't need to. And the fact that, you know, for animal agriculture, animals are forcefully bred. It's not like they put a bull and a cow in the fields and he just shags them all and gets them all pregnant. It's all done through artificial insemination while they're tied to what some in the industry call a rape rack. It's all we need to do is stop buying it, and they'll stop producing it.
Simple as, really. I want to pick up on something that Sarah Monday's brought up.
Wild caught tofu only.
Because this goes back to what we were saying before. Listen, it's very rare that I get up on my high horse about this, but it's really, really important. And Sarah, your question pretty much is the perfect example of why we try to keep things down to earth, particularly during Veganuary. Yes, if you can avoid palm oil, brilliant, but you're already doing an absolutely amazing job by making a start on it and having a go. So just keep doing the best you can. If you can see a product and on the back of it, it says sustainable palm oil on the back, bonus. Yes, if you can avoid it, amazing, but please don't beat yourself up for these things.
Please don't.
You're doing vegan, you're having a go, and less animals are dying as a result of that. And we've got our main war that we're fighting, and that is the war to free animals on this planet, okay? And that's the biggest one. Let's see the bigger picture. Like Paul said before, there are a million tiny little things going off all over the planet. And what meat eaters tend to do an awful lot of the time is ignore the horror and suffering that animals are going through and focus on the tiny little things like plastic straws, when over 50% of the plastic in the oceans and the horror is caused by the fishing industry. So let's just focus on the bigger picture. You're doing amazing, we're all doing amazing, and we'll carry on doing amazing and get even better at being vegan. But none of us are 5-star vegans.
No.
None of us are avoiding it. What's the saying of The Simpsons?
Being vegan is about avoiding animal use or abuse as far as is practicable and possible.
That's the one. That's not the one off The Simpsons.
No, but that's
the better one.
The definition of veganism. So we all do the best we can.
And I think Hedges just summarised it there perfectly and very eloquently, Hedge. So thank you very much. And if you want, I'm not going to read it. If you want to go and read it, you can read it. But yeah, summarised it perfectly. Occasionally, there is that one or two people. Yeah.
Well, somebody posted on my meme on Insta and said that they didn't necessarily agree with the consumption of meat substitutes because it was like continuing to feed your addiction with a placebo kind of thing, and that you'd be more likely to go back to meat. And I said, actually, all the extreme vegans that have quit the vegan diet have either gone on water fasts, raw food only for way too long, or they've drank their own piss, and then they've gone back to flesh and secretions. I don't know anyone who had Linda McCartney sausages regularly and then said, oh, I ate this. I'm going back to it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, we choose your battles.
Yeah, big time.
Choose them wisely.
I think it's for you. Papa John's have just brought out an impressive vegan pepperoni pizza made from jackfruit. For those who don't know, I like pizza. It's really good. I am a pizza fanatic. And we've not tried it yet, but we picked up the Chicago Town new one with the stuffed crust and the jackfruit on it. So looking forward to trying that as well. But thank you for mentioning that about Papa John's.
Oh, cheers, Sam. Thank you very much for joining us. Just so our Aldi vlog in the stargazing, piss drinking.
It's so true though, isn't it? You know, you're not going to eat a Linda McCartney pie and then just be like, yeah, it was horrible that. I'm going to go back to stabbing things in the neck.
It's extreme fad dieters and people that are obsessed with bodybuilding in a bad way. Like hench and Simnett nutrition, hench herbivore and Simnett nutrition, to me, epitomise healthy, intelligent, done right vegan bodybuilding. They really good, well-balanced diets. They are whole food, plant-based, and they don't get obsessed with fads. In fact, I've never seen any of them do a fad. But then other people do fads and they're like, oh, so I did this like 30-day water thing and then I sucked off a salmon, so I'm not vegan anymore.
True that. It is.
Oh, you know, him who I've done the bloody video on and all, Tim, who we were huge fans of.
Oh,
until he did his own, his whole thing.
Let's not even talk about him. Disgraceful human being.
Drank only water for 30 days, and I drank some piss.
Amber has said, what's the best vegan cheese you guys have found apart from Nooch Obs? Applewood's new vegan cheese, if you can get hold of it, is amazing. I think the consensus...
Depends on what kind of cheese you like, because there are so many different kinds of cheese, aren't there?
Yeah.
If you want a Greek-style cheese, Sainsbury's Greek-style cheese, it's amazing. It's like feta. Crumbles beautifully into salads and things. Gorgeous. Applewood smoked cheese is great for cheese on toast. Quite a few of the mozzarellas we've tried on pizzas and stuff have been really good.
Yeah.
They're a lot better now. 5 years ago, they're horrible.
And they're constantly improving. But as we always say, 2020 is the easiest and best time ever to be vegan.
It's the best time to be a vegan. It's the best time to give up meat and secretions. Sorry, tune came into my head.
It's fine.
Sang it.
It's fine. I'm kind of used to it.
Oh, we love nooch as well. How does everyone eat their nooch? We have ours on our pasta as a kind of parmesan, but we also have it sprinkled on steamed broccoli and cauliflower to give that kind of cheesy nuttiness. Beautiful.
It took me a bit of convincing, and then now it's just like, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Somebody was asking on Facebook about nooch the other day, and I think one of the vegan UK groups, and I'd said, embrace it, because I think for quite a few people, the first couple of times they try it, they're maybe a little bit weirded out, or at least I was. But then it just becomes a staple, and you really, it's great.
Yes, on beans on toast. Now, here's a question for you, Sarah Michaela. I know that's not your name, it just rhymes. When you do beans and cheese on toast, do you put your cheese on top of your beans? Because I used to. And then I discovered if I put the cheese on my toast, grated, then the beans on top of that, it goes all melty and stretching.
Deborah has said, my Omni husband actually let me cook for him and he loved it. I did your plat.
Oh, hey! Amazeballs.
Fabulous. Diet, yeah, I've got to say with the diet, I think we've only had it once or twice because it's really expensive.
Yes.
It's hard to get hold of.
It's $4.50 here, isn't it?
But it's so good.
Quite a small square block, but it was lovely.
The one that we got, it was up there, yeah. I mean, I still remember it and I still talk about it, so that tells you everything, doesn't it, really? I've heard quite a few people talking about the Costa cheese toasty. Yeah, like I said, it's the best time ever to be vegan, which gives us even more fuel in our hearts for having conversations with people who aren't.
Yeah.
I've started doing it more and more. Paul, some of you may have picked up. You may not have done. This is a very subtle thing. Paul is quite a bit more outspoken than I am.
I am as quiet as a mouse.
But I've started to talk about it more and more now with people, real people that I come across in everyday walks of life. And I just keep going back to the same thing. And I was chatting with a guy at work the other day, actually a really, really nice guy. And I was like, it's the classic scenario. It's the population growth. We can't maintain this any longer. We can't. 7 billion people, 70 billion cattle, animals.
We can't feed 7 billion anymore. We've forgotten there are starving people lying on the floor.
Got talent for this.
While we're feeding soy to cows to fatten them.
Yes.
Oh no.
Sharon, we have tried the Gardein fishless fillets. We were also amazed by them.
Yeah, we love them.
But
did you make our homemade tartar sauce recipe in our recipes playlist for the try me homemade tartar sauce, Shaz? Lovely. Chunky, but it's right good.
Yeah, definitely.
I've got to get off, you guys. Love to see you, P&J, and lovely to chat with all you other peeps. I think it's for you.
Thanks for joining us.
Take care, my love, and thank you so much for joining us. Oh, Deborah's getting the Greg's bake steak tomorrow, so he said he'll have one. Try it on a muffin. Blokes love that.
Yeah.
I know that because I'm a bloke. And I shove mine right in my face.
Twisted hippies. Getting hungry now, lads. We've got some supper snacks over there. I'm kind of half thinking I should tuck into them right now.
Yeah, we had. Oh, shall I show you what I've done with Jason's lunch tomorrow? So we had tonight sausage mash, cheesy mash actually with spread cheese in it. Is it Sainsbury's or Tesco's like garlic and herb spread cheese?
I think it's.
Why don't I just check?
Just check, yeah.
While I go past.
And I'll try and catch up on some of the comments.
Oh, it doesn't say. I think it's Sainsbury's. So we did our mash tonight with that. Will the phone show?
It'll show before that does.
Yeah.
Yeah, lift it up a bit.
Up a bit.
Up.
Up. Come on.
Up.
Jason, I've moved up. It takes time to catch up.
Sorry. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the spreadable cheese. And the, did you mention the crackers that we got from Tesco's?
Yes, I mentioned them on the vlog the other night. And this is Jason's lunch for tomorrow for work. It is some of the leftover mashed potato, peas and sweet corn, and some of the mini sausage rolls from Tesco's.
Very nice. And that'll just be perfect for my lunch tomorrow, to be fair.
I'll put the lid on there for that now.
Thank you.
Oh, should we mention this, or should we do this just in its own vlog?
It's worth a mention because it's going to be coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that's so easy even I could do it.
So we got contacted by this company on Twitter, who do this this cake. Ready, steady, bake cake.
Yeah.
It's not very clear, is it? But yeah, it's it comes in 3 little packs like this. There's a powder, some chocolate chips, and then a bottle of oil and milk. And you basically mix them all together in a mug, whack it in the microwave for 2 minutes. Cake. So we'll be doing a little video about that soon and tell you how it works out. But it's not enough for a full video, so we'll do something else. Maybe we'll do the pizza taste test and this, because pizza followed by cake.
Amazing. Yes, definitely. So lots coming up. We should probably just mention that because it's important, of course.
Yeah, and well, of course, it's going to be every fortnight now. So it'll be 2 weeks yesterday that there'll be another episode of Frag the Fortnight. We'll have another shopping vlog next weekend at some point. So I know I was saying like, oh, Sainsbury's, because we always shop there, but honestly, whatever you guys would find most helpful. So if you're watching this video and you're not necessarily even a subscriber to the channel, but you're doing Veganuary, and do have a look at our community page on our channel, take part in the poll, and choose one of the 5 supermarkets for us to do our next shopping vlog in. And that would be great. Thanks very much.
Going back to what we were saying before, just reading a few of the comments about farmers and defensive meat eaters and people getting on the back foot about things, just going back to what we were saying before, I always find it actually slightly humorous when people get really angry and really defensive. They're the ones, for me, I have a sly smirk on my face because I know they know. And it goes back to what I said when Greg's first brought out the vegan sausage roll, is when you're a meat eater and you go somewhere and you're presented with a cruelty-free option, you're given a choice. Like Paul said before, why would you choose death? And what does that say about you? And do you have the comprehension to then leave the Greg's shop and think about it?
Yeah.
Or do you just carry on?
Ian and Andrea from Liverpool, hello from fellow Kefalonia lovers. They're returning for their 20th year in May. This year as plant-based.
Oh, that's nice.
We are hoping so much to go back this year. We missed it in 2019.
Yeah.
So much. We went in 2017 and 2018. And then last year, we never got the chance. We did have other holidays. We went to Tenerife in February, and then we stayed at the fantastic Clarity Retreat in Catalan. I can't remember what it's called, the place.
Catral. I was thinking that was
in
Spain.
Catral. In October, and they were both fantastic, but we did miss Greece.
We really missed Kefalonia, didn't we? We really did. I
So
think getting back to there
we'll
this
get
year
back
is a
there.
necessity, really, for us both. I think we really need to. By the end of summer, we will very much, getting into the autumn and winter, we'll need to recharge our spirits and recharge our brains.
Bye, Magenta.
Oh, bye, Magenta. Thank you for joining us. Bye.
Bye-bye, my love.
Bye. Oh, Mia, thanks for joining us. That guy's only just come online, but we'll watch the part of the stream I missed tomorrow. Bless you.
Bless.
Yeah. It's been an interesting chat. Lots of people joining us.
What I find shame about vegan food supermarkets is that there aren't many gluten-free options.
Oh yeah, mocha. That's always a difficult one if you're one of those glutens. Yeah, I do empathise with
Good
that.
night, Lee. Thank you for joining us. There.
Oh yeah. Oh, bless you, Lee. Thank you.
Well, we want to go back and do a better vlog, Ian, actually, because although we enjoyed making the vlog that we have done on Kefalonia, it was done on our phones.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And it was done way before we had the editing software we've got now.
Yeah. I think, and also I think we'd just naturally, the vlog would be different. The video would be different, wouldn't it? Because we'd make a conscious effort to do different things.
Yeah, although I would still highlight some of the places.
Yeah.
You know,
like Ark and
yeah, farm out. And,
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Cute Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely, Chelsea. So true.
Oh, Sarah just made me really jealous. She's got Ben & Jerry's vegan fudge brownie.
We've still not tried the Ben & Jerry's because we're tight and we think £5.50 is extortionate. Or I do, anyway. Aren't grandmas sweet? They try their best, don't they? We used to say back in the day, we don't eat anything that had a face.
Yeah.
And that kind of made it fairly simple for people to understand. But obviously, you know.
Oh, well done, Kat. £7 is brilliant. Yeah, I'm hoping to... well, actually, we've already started. We've eaten salad twice this last week.
Really nice big salads as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of make it so that we have a main thing on the plate, and it will probably be something processed for now because I've got a freezer full of stuff. But with lots of either a lovely big fresh mixed salad or a lot of steamed vegetables. And I've lost weight that way before really well, just through, you know, filling up on vegetables. I love my brassicas. Me, cauliflower and broccoli.
So do I.
Love them.
Yeah.
And mashed carrot.
Sarah managed to get the ice cream from Asda for £3.
Oh wow! On offer.
Nice one.
We need to go and have a look.
Yeah, and I might even be able to find time to pop to Asda tomorrow on my lunch break.
Yeah,
so.
Swedish glasses, gorgeous. But in Sainsbury's, they've only got the vanilla one. I wish they had the chocolate one and the raspberry actually, because they're both really nice. Love their ice creams.
Thank you, Manchester
Quick
Sidekick,
question.
Sharon Shazza.
What tofu is best for tofu scramble? I use cauldron firm, but then once I've crumbled it in my hands and done all the adding the stuff, and I've cooked it off in the pan so it's looking like a scrambled egg, then I'll add a bit of vegan butter and a bit of milk because that's how I used to eat scrambled egg, wet. So you can have it as wet or as dry as you like.
Yes. Oh, Ash, hi. Thanks for joining us.
I didn't
Better
know
late than never.
No Ed Craig in competition with us. Love you, Craig and Chris.
Oh, Raspberry Ripple, yeah, absolutely.
Morrison's up Ben & Jerry's £3.50 at the moment. Oh, we need to go there then.
So Asda or Morrison's, £3 at Asda,
Yeah,
£3.50 at Morrison's.
So I've heard about this, Skylar, this Morrison's own ice cream for 80p. Somebody said the vanilla one tastes like custard, but that the best one was the chocolate one. So
yeah.
Maybe something else to try.
Yeah, ice cream comparison test, Harmony. Might be a nice one. It's certainly be up my street, that's for sure. Definitely. Definitely, without a doubt. It's going back to what we were saying about the Chicago Town Pizza. We needed 2 of them and we bought 1.
Thank you, guys. 71 watching and 70 likes.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Isn't that nice?
That's brilliant.
Lovely that. Love that.
Awesome human beings.
Yeah. Warms me heart, it does. Warms me heart.
Warms the cockles me heart. What do your tattoos mean?
Oh, Sea of Clay. What a lovely name.
Whose specifically?
Yeah, so we've got quite a lot. Ice cream for 80p. I mean, that's got to be a winner, hasn't it? Whilst we're on the subject of ice cream as well, has anybody tried the Aldi's alternative to the vegan Magnum? I think they're about half the price. We've tried them both, the almond and the just the plain.
Deborah there's just saying I love the almond Magnum. What, the proper Magnum? Or have you tried the Aldi one? The Aldi one's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although we said
sorry about that.
Fuck you. We said that the ice cream in the almond one didn't seem as creamy as the ice cream in the dark chocolate one.
Yeah.
Strangely.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was something we'd eaten before it or something that kind of changed the texture. We tend to say fuck you in this house when somebody sneezes.
Thank you, Chico. Is it Chico? Yeah. Great channel. Me and my girlfriend love watching you both. You're such a lovely couple. Bless you.
Thank you, Chico.
Thank you.
What a fabulous name.
Thank you, everyone.
Paul, we have the exact same cherry blossom tats. We are twinsies. Oh, do you mean them?
Oh, yes, of course.
My Chinese forearm, which is, by the way, happiness, health, harmony. And it's supposed to say harmony, but there's no actual Chinese pictograph word for harmony, like direct translation, so it says no conflict, which is what harmony is. So happiness, health, happy, healthy, no conflict. Happiness, health, harmony.
Yes, and mine's quite the story. Yeah, goes up my whole arm. So I could show you that in a second. Just reference to Eddie. Eddie tried the almond Aldi ones, prefer the Magnum, but the Aldi ones are a bargain. That's exactly what we said, Eddie. I think that's fair. I think that's fair cop. Definitely.
I finally got told of the Applewood vegan cheese today and loved it so much I went back and cleared the shelf. Well, that's rude, vegan sister.
Don't blame you.
What if somebody else wanted some?
Do it. If you can do it, do it. Sod the other vegans.
Well, mind you, we went to Sainsbury's just before Christmas, and there were 2 packets of the Plant Pioneers bacon left, and I was like, "Do I leave one for somebody else?" And I was like, "No, I want them."
Just going back to what was it now? Yeah, about the tattoos, the tattoo conversation. So just very, very quickly, both of us have
Usually once a week, Skylar. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. So basically, my ink is representative of from death comes life, the phoenix. The skulls on the bottom and the flames are kind of representative of me nearly dying in a really, really bad accident. And then it's kind of a phoenix coming from the ashes. And the phoenix is on my shoulder there, which hopefully you'll be able to see. I've also got, because he's one of my favourite philosophers and martial artists of all time, I've got a Bruce Lee quote on the inside of my arm there.
Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
So yes, that's my ink.
Have you tried the new This products? Yes, we've had them all. In fact, we were the first official This Isn't Bacon taste test video on YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you go over to the This channel, you'll see us featured in one of their playlists.
Yeah.
It's in our taste test
Amazing stuff.
playlist. But yeah, we were the first official taste test of that bacon on YouTube. Very pleased. That was a first for us to be a first.
It was kind of accidental, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, we didn't
Wasn't
aim for
planned.
it. Just kind of, we found the bacon, tasted it, put a vlog up, and it got mad hits. We were like, hey, brilliant.
Oh, Kat, thank you for joining us. Have a lovely evening. Harmony, I have heard that as well, that Greg's apparently are bringing out a vegan chicken pastry as well. Stuart was saying the other night.
They need to bring out a sausage, cheese and bean.
Yeah, that'd be good.
vegan sausage, cheese and bean pasty on a muffin on a bus in Oldham.
Yeah. Thanks, Ash. Yeah, that's kind of how we started off this evening, was just kind of thanking everybody really for the support and the help, and being part of this wonderful community and being so supportive, because it really does mean the world to us. We want to keep growing and expanding and reaching more people with our down-to-earth veganism.
And with everything else we do, we don't want to just limit ourselves to shopping vids, recipes and taste tests.
Yeah.
We'll always continue to have YouTube specific drag shows, because the vegan queens love that. Just having this platform to be able to do something like that. And of course, they will be reviewing all future series of Drag Race.
Yeah, Drag Race.
And All Stars. And they'll probably end up reviewing AJ and the Queen, as part of From the Fortnight.
Oh yeah, that makes sense,
You know
wouldn't
what I
it?
mean?
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
they'll probably end up talking about that at some point. And we will continue to do travel vlogs when we travel. We'll do eating out vlogs when we eat out. You know,
We've got so many ideas and things that we want to do in 2020, literally.
And we love vlogging.
We love vlogging, and we love being creative with that. I love to and get excited about doing interesting editing, interesting content.
And it's really good.
And I'm getting better all the time at it, constantly learning. So, Linz, thanks for joining us, by the way, and hope you are feeling better soon. I love the hair, by the way, if you've still got your hair like that in your profile picture. I'm assuming you have. Very nice. But yeah, we've got so much we want to do in 2020.
Good night, Martin.
Take care, Martin.
Good night. As Lindsay said, she's leaving, yeah?
No, she just said she's just joined us, but she's got chest infection.
Oh, bless you.
Feeling a bit under the weather.
Oh, would you... I'm never offering advice without it being asked. I do have a pretty good drink that's easy to make up for a chest infection, and it's worked for me every time. If you'd like me to tell you, I will, but if you're on your own thing, completely get that, Lindsay. I can't stand being offered advice when I am asked for it.
Yeah, Hedge, that's what I was going to say before. Stuart said when we were chatting the other night, obviously it's not something they could ever do, but imagine if Greg's just secretly went vegan overnight and then did it for like 3 months and then just went, oh yeah, by the way, we went fully vegan 3 months ago. Did anyone notice? They'd never be able to do that, of course, but it'd be hilarious.
It would, it'd be really good.
Yeah, well, we've got lots of ideas, lots of content, and obviously the tried and tested stuff that we really enjoy doing, new stuff. We'd like to travel more, and that doesn't necessarily mean abroad. We'd like to get a bit further afield in this country and try things. And what we'd also like to do, something we were talking about the other night, is try to focus when we can on chains. So if we're going to review somewhere, we'd like to be able to review somewhere where there's multiples. So there's, you know, like they're all over the country, like we did with the lounges vlog that we did, because the lounges are all over the country. So it's meaningful to more people. With the Ye Old Black Lad, we went there because Danny invited us, which was awesome. But it also had quite a lot of history, so that had a bit of something to it as well. Yeah.
Right, Steph's a little bit sick, and Lindsay has said, any advice, welcome. So, when I've had a really sore throat or a bad chest infection, and I actually got this off my friend Karen, funnily enough, in California, when I was really poorly a couple of years back, and she said, Paul, just try this, and I've advanced it now. So what she said was just boil some water, squeeze some lemon juice in it, some sugar, fresh ginger if you've got it, or you could even put a bang of powdered ginger in there, turmeric and black pepper, much like our ice cubes in the morning, and sweeten it, you know, as much as you need to. What I would do now, however, is I would blitz a whole lemon in the NutriBullet with water, add more water to make it a proper liquid, a little bit of fresh ginger or powdered, a little bit of turmeric powder for its anti-inflammatory qualities, a little bit of black pepper, re-blitz it, then heat it up, sugar to taste, and sieve it if you don't want the bits, but the bits are good, really good. And all of those, because the black pepper activates the turmeric and the lemon work really well together. The lemon and the ginger work really well together. It's a very potent, natural, anti-inflammatory, part antibiotic. Very, very good.
And I don't know whether we said goodbye, good night to Limby, but I'll just say good night, Limby, just in case we missed it. And thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah, good night, Limby.
I'm going to scroll back down now.
Are you going to have a tattoo of your cat? Well, Jason has 3. I've got 2 names here. Doris and Agatha were my white and my black cat. Doris lived till she was 23. Agatha until she was 19. They lived most of their life together, them 2. So they're on my arm. And Jason has, do you want to
I'll try, yes. Bless you, Sarah. Thank you for your great questions and for joining us. She's going to get off as well. She's got to do lunch for tomorrow. Says night, guys.
Night, Sarah.
Little interesting story, and then we will start wrapping things up because I've got to work in the morning as well. But my lunch is already done. Yay! So interesting story. I got to tattoo myself, which is something that people don't very often get the chance to do. I don't think I'd do it again. So I did the design. I designed it myself, did it all myself from start to finish.
You all right by that week?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I think I can manage. I'll try. This may not be very clear on here. I'm going to try to show you my my 3 cats. Don't know whether you'll be able to see that or not. Doris, Agatha, Alice. Doris, Agatha, Alice. And it's kind of like anime cat heads. So, and there you go. If you're not all blinded by how pale my legs are, this poor northern winter lad desperately seeking warmer climates. Kefalonia would do right about now. Thank you very much.
Did you manage to just get it short off?
I think so, yeah, but it could have just been pure white because my my leg is like a chalk. Well, no, I was going to say chalkboard. It's like a whiteboard. Oh. Cheers, Bobby.
Oh, Lelfa. She's got naughty pigs that won't settle. Hey, little piglets. Stop being naughty now and settle down for your mummy.
Night-night, piglets. Night-night. Sleepy times now. Sleepy times.
Oh, wow. Games made of cardboard. I did a 33-mile walk for an animal charity yesterday. I can barely walk. Would you guys want me to share the link? Super close to making my fundraising goal. Games made of cardboard, you can share it on the finished video in the normal comments, but you can't put links in the chat.
That's
comments.
A YouTube thing.
That's a YouTube thing, don't do with us,
but
because we've tried it before. But if you want to write a little bit of something on a comment on this video and share the link, by all means do.
Lelfar says, oh, that did it. Thanks, guys. So yeah, any quick questions before we start to wrap things up? Ian says, have you guys ever had a go at making seitan? No. Oh no, yeah, you did once. You did once, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. We've asked that question, has been asked before, but it's not something we do on a regular basis.
Did it once from the Gentle Chef cookbook. Is it the Gentle Chef?
I don't know.
Is it called the Gentle Chef? I think it's called the Gentle Chef cookbook. And it was quite time consuming. And I ended up with very little product, but what we did have was lovely. And then after we'd been through the whole, because you got through, I'll probably do a video about it actually. So thank you for the question, because you put it back in my mind. I'll probably do a video making a basic seitan.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great, definitely. Just for people who do want to kind of take it to the next level. Although I do say this, and I know it's not great for everybody, but sometimes, and I'm not the cook, so when I see cooking going on, I'm like, oh, that looks like a lot of work. And it might not be, and if you enjoy it, it's different. But sometimes the labour versus the cost, like when you can buy it so cheap, when you find these little gem shops, and we're quite lucky locally because we're quite close to Manchester as well, and Wing Yip.
Games, the last few years of my vegetarian diet were awful. It was so cheese and egg heavy. and yeah, and then we went vegan, and I was like, okay, this is good. So much good food now. I mean, like, really good, really good food. Balls to the naysayers that said, don't buy processed food, make everything yourself. Get on the journey however you can.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all about being better to yourself, being better to the animals, being better to the planet.
Thank you, Charlotte, by the way, for your lovely words.
That's all anyone can do, really. It's the least we can do.
Deborah, we are on it since the middle of August, when we decided we were going to shift that aspect of our lifestyles in terms of the drink. We've pretty much, bar a couple of, like, literally 2 occasions where we've been like, no, sod that, we're celebrating, and then obviously over the festive period, but we've stuck to it pretty rigidly.
Well,
so
we've just knocked back a giant glass of Schlur.
Yeah.
While we've been chatting to you, so.
But yeah, we've stuck to it pretty rigidly, and I think, to be honest,
I feel better for it.
Yeah, we do feel better for it. I've lost a little bit of weight, which I hadn't thought of, even contemplated with cutting alcohol out. So I do definitely need to get the Winter Games fully back on it with that. And just, it's one of them. It's not about time. It's about...
Oh, cheers, 21 top fan. Rusky's Adventures. Hi, Rusky. Hope your journey's been going well. Rusky.
Oh, yeah.
Rusky's Adventures. If any of you fancy popping over and having a look, he's trying vegan. Was it just this week, Rusky, or is it a few days every week for the next few weeks? And he's trying it for health reasons, but he's been doing a stellar job.
Great vlogging,
of getting the right stuff and trying it and giving it a fair trial. So if you get a chance to check out Rusky's Adventures, please do.
Yeah, definitely. Hedge. I can smell toast. I'm either having a stroke or my other half is making grub.
Jessie Rose, are you guys spiritual? Yes, but not religious.
That's the easy answer, isn't it?
Yeah, which is a bit of a conundrum. I understand that. But I do think religion can be very divisive. And so, yeah, I'm spiritual and connected to other life, other living beings. Maybe not living beings also. Might be floating about there. And to the planet. Very connected to it all, and feel very tuned in and at one with it. I'm an old hippie, love. I'm a hippie.
Paul Hippie Punk Burgess.
I was born in 1969 while Woodstock was happening.
Emma said, what vegan cookbooks have you got? So maybe we could just name a few, because we've got quite a lot of them. Is there any standout? Want me to just have a quick?
Yeah, I think is it called The Gentle Chef? It's the one that I got the seitan out of.
Was it? You'd be better looking than me.
Right,
being
well,
the
then,
chef. Yeah. I'll sit here I'll sit on this side. There we go. We've got lots of cooking books that Paul will occasionally use, and I think is it fair to say that you reference them, but then you put your own spin on things as well, rather than you're not a recipe person, are you really?
This is where I got the this is where I got all the seitan recipes from. It's very good. It's
oh, thanks for joining us, Games.
If you can see some of that will give you an idea of the kind of things that are kind of in the book. And so I will be using this when I do a seitan recipe for the channel. I've got the Forks Over Knives recipe book.
Forks Over Knives, yeah.
Yep, got that one. Forks Over Knives. The 100 Best Vegan Baking Recipes, the Vegan Diet Recipe Book, Food for Free, the Homemade Vegan Pantry, Thug Kitchen,
yeah.
Keep It Vegan by Amy Carlin, Loads of different ones. Quite a lot of them are vegetarian, but can be veganised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what's that one? The Non-Dairy Evolution is another really good one. The Non-Dairy Evolution cookbook. And what that one is so it's all things like tofu scramble and how to make soya milk and buttermilk and raw cashew milk, how to make non-dairy ice creams, non-dairy butters, cultured cheeses, but all plant-based. The Non-Dairy Evolution cookbook. But so I've got all these, and I'm not even really a cookbook kind of person.
Oh.
To be honest with you, I kind of, I'll look over it. Like when I wanted to learn how to do tofu scramble, I found about 5 different recipes online and cherry picked and made my recipe from other people's recipes. But took no recipe as full, like, right, I'm using that recipe. Because I was like, no, I'm not keen on that. I might try it this way. And, you know, so I tend to do that quite a lot.
Hi, Graven, by the way. And Deborah has just said, oh, no, not Deborah, I'm going to say it. We've just mentioned about the Flora, the rebalancer. Flora is the most buttery spread so far. Am I right? No, the rebalancer, you're not. The neutral.
Naturally. Naturally.
That's the game-changing stuff.
The vegan block. Have you tried that?
Closely followed by Flora, I would say.
I put a kilogram on because of Christmas, because we had 3 blocks of that over Christmas. I've got this thing, and it's never gone, and I don't want it to change. Christmas, we love having, if I just want a snack over the Christmas period when we're chilled out, and you know, it will be a white muffin, preferably an oven bottom muffin, or up north used to be called de Klerk's, real kind of flat.
Oh yeah.
Muffins with butter, some kind of cold meat, sort of turkey slices, and stuffing. Oh.
Chelsea basically just said the same thing that we said. Virtually typed the same thing as we were saying it. So she's well on board with the I can't pronounce it. Naturally, not
butter, not made with dairy, but oil.
I don't. Is it Sainsbury's only? Have we seen it anywhere else? I don't actually remember seeing it anywhere else.
I don't remember seeing it anywhere
Not
else.
sure the rebalancer. Not 100% sure, to be honest, on that one. Sorry.
But Sainsbury's have it for sure. If anyone's seen it anywhere else. Steph, where is Mayoko's butter from? Is that... are you in America, Steph? You're not, are you?
Graven always comes on talking about
Dirty Vegan. I think it's great. Yeah, I like him, but we liked him when he was
Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah.
He's nearly got caught out a couple of times.
Oh, lots of love right back at you, Carla. The lovely Ireland.
Ah, bless you, Carla. Yeah, he's been. I think he's been almost kind of caught out a couple of times.
We don't get it in the UK yet, but I've heard good things. But I've heard a lot of good things about Earth Balance spread as well. Earth Balance buttery spread, which is a vegan spread in America.
Yeah,
heard really good things about that as well. Well, it's not, and we're disgusted that it's not.
I think we're pretty lucky, to be fair. We're doing all right.
Yeah, we are. Right, guys, we are going to bring this to a close now. We've been on an hour and a half. I hope we've answered some of your questions. I'm still going to be doing my daily vlogs for the foreseeable future, and we've still got a bit of January stuff.
Yeah,
to come.
I think probably one of the next ones we'll probably be doing, to be fair, because you've mentioned it. Yeah, or a day at least. Yeah, that's probably going to be the next one.
Well, let's start that in the morning.
Maybe we should.
Well, Raven, you can always go back and watch it all again, but of course you can't, chat then. Sorry, my love.
Next time. We'll try and give you a bit more notice next time. And next week, it will probably be Friday night or Saturday night.
Bugger off you, Bobby.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to everybody who has helped us along this journey so far. It's amazing, and we love you all. We really do.
Bobby, Hedge, and Kelly. I know Kelly hasn't been on tonight, but so Bobby and Hedge, but Kelly's our moderator too. Thank you so much for all you do. Much appreciated. Thank you to all of you for coming along tonight and taking part. If you have any questions that have not been referenced in the chat, if you didn't want to take part in the chat, but you have a question, please comment under the video once it's finished processing, because we'll leave this on. We always do with our lives. Please have a look down in the description of all of our videos, because you will find ways to help us should you wish to. We have a storefront at Amazon. If you want to have a look, there are two lists. There's Vegan Goodies and Vloggers Paradise. Vloggers Paradise is all technical stuff for anyone who's starting out in vlogging, and Vegan Goods is exactly what it says on the tin. Gifts, clothing, food, supplements, sundries, and if you buy anything from our storefront, we'll get a few pennies. If you buy any of our merch, link always in the description of every video, we'll get a good few pennies. If you buy from Vegan Original, link directly under our merch link, same company, but that's not our merch. But if you use that link, we'll still get a few pennies. And of course, thank you so much to all our patrons who've been massively supportive, and all the super chats. You're all amazing.
Love yous all.
Couldn't love you more if we tried. Lots of love, and we'll see you very soon. Anything else to say, Mr. B?
Same as what everybody is saying in the chat. Night night, sleep well, keep being awesome and amazing, and you should end the way you always end.
Do you want to go around there and press the stop then?
Yes. Love you, mister.
Love you. Love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Be excellent to yourselves and each other.